All right, let's get ready to get into Mary Samsonite, right? So they went halfway across the country looking for Mary, and at first they thought the name on the bag was Samsonite. That was her name. So that's where we come up with Mary Samsonite. So our workout today is actually Barbara. This is a famous girls WOD, and with this one here, this is a bit more of an endurance piece, and it's almost all body work. So with that, let's take a look at what those are. So it's going to be 5 rounds for time. You're going to take a 3-minute rest in between each round. Now your score is the total time including those 3-minute rests. So you're going to add 12 minutes to your score regardless, right? So you're going to see some times that are 25, 30 minutes. That's what I'm expecting because you've got 12 minutes of that's rest. So with that, let's take a look at it. We are going to start. We will go with bent over rows. Now, if you don't have a heavy set of dumbbells, that's pretty easy fix. Grab a book bag, stick your light dumbbells in and maybe a couple more books to get some more weight into that. And you could do a bent over row with a book bag. If not, we'd start with 20 bent over rows. You see how I've got a neutral back there? I'm pulling that weight into my belly button. Okay? So 20 reps. After that, we are getting ourselves down into 30 push-ups. So, big guide here on the push-up side, don't go to failure, right? When we're doing our push-ups, if you go to failure, you're gonna have a hard time resetting and getting the remainder of that 30 in. You're better off to break them up early. You're better off to go in sets of 5, 7, 10, but don't go to a massive set at 18, 20, and all of a sudden your arms are gassed and then try to reset because it's just miserable. So our push-up, right? I've got my hands underneath my shoulder, my elbows stay close to my body, nice tight core, and I'm down, and I'm up. And you'll notice to do a proper strict push-up, my thighs don't make contact with the ground, okay? That is proper technique on your push-up. So we're here and we're here. Now, if those are too much, we can put those knees on the ground, right? Again, it doesn't change. We want those elbows close to your chest. We're down and we're up. And again, trying to minimize that contact of those thighs on the ground, okay? There we go. We're not resting at the bottom of that. So 30 of those. After that, we get down on the ground, we flip over, we've got 40 sit-ups. So I've got my feet together, right? My hands touching the ground behind my head, never behind my head, never behind your head. Okay, and when we're lifting with the core, we're not lifting with our neck. So we're here, right? Forty reps. Again, that chin doesn't change distance to your chest the whole time. Now, if that is too much, and you need to anchor those feet under the couch or something like that, that's totally fine. But same thing, I'd like you to touch your feet because then I know you're getting your full range of motion where your shoulders are meeting to your waist, okay? So 40 of those. After we're done that, we're popping up for 50 air squats. So we're down here, right? I've got my feet shoulder width apart, maybe slightly wider. When I'm going down into that squat, right? I'm keeping my neutral spine here. I'm not letting it hunch over like that, right? I want to keep my chest tall, and we want to get our full range of motion. And a full range of motion means full hip extension at the top, waist to the knee crease at the bottom. That's your full range of motion. So 50 of those. If you find when you're doing your squats that you're coming up onto your toes, right? That means you're going to start becoming more quad dominant, okay? For those that get sore knees, that's probably what's going on. So what you want to do in that scenario is when you're doing that, think about lifting those toes in your shoe, okay? That's going to force you to stay back on those heels. Now, if you find that you're wanting to fall back while you're doing those squats, think about a tightrope, right? And you're trying to grip that tightrope with your toes. And then you're gonna find that that heel isn't gonna wanna come up off the ground as well. Or pardon me, you're not gonna wanna fall back on your heels. So those are just a couple little tips to improve those air squats. You're gonna do that, you're gonna do all that work, you'll rest 3 minutes, you'll do it again, you're gonna do that 5 times. So your score is your total time to complete that workout. It's gonna take some effort, it's gonna take some focus, and it might not get fun, but I know you guys can do it all. Good luck.